Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and Michaels in between, it has arrived, the final race of the season. It's race 22, it's Abu Dhabi, it's the main event of the evening. You're hearing it for the very last time. This is it, we are all but done. This is Division 1, the freak show that is, and I am here for the final time. The mank that was never made for commentary in the first place, and this is it. I'm about to step away. I think you'll be in Vilmaz next season, and you won't be hearing my annoying dulcet tones, that's for sure. So Michael might actually get a rest of being abused. I'm back, guys. Phil Broomfield. Oh, he wants his anal ripping again, does he? Well, looks like Energetics is already struggling. Look who we have on. There we go. There he is. The man that was banned for the rest of the season, one of the owners, for crashing somebody out. He's ginger and he's in an orange car, so that'll go down lovely. Lovely. But he's back. We've let him have this one, the final race. You see there's 18 on the grid. I do believe that the two Williams drivers, the champion Denzo and his brother Rick Dalton, the constructors champions as well, will be joining by the time the race starts. Because you deserve it. Going to the comments, we'll already go to the notion of ignoring him. And let's find out who's going to be the first one to set the lap. It's going to be Ginge. He's looking for redemption, and he's in that horrid Ferrari car. Let's just call him Vettel for the day. The number 29. The blue helmet. He is an helmet, to be fair. That'll be the first time he sees purple Sector 1. On to the start-finish straight. The start-finish straight, we're already messing it up! This is why we're stepping down. We just can't do it anymore. I remember that Singapore race, and that was... well, was sticking out. Oh, yeah. The Singapore race. Bringing back some memories. It's been a long old season. It's been up and down. It's barely been up, to be fair. It's been a great season, especially in this division. We've had some quality races right the way through. Next week you're going to see the final stream of the season officially. This is the final race. Next week you will see the awards ceremony, and then moving on to next season's grid announcements as well, whenever there'll be a big wheel to announce people's teams, and should be good fun. Let's hope you can all tune in for that. It's around midday-ish, I don't know, somewhere around 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon or something. Keep your eye out for that one next week, as we keep our eye on this here. We want to watch for him taking anyone out on that corner in particular. We know what he's like for crashing into people's second to last corner. He goes on 1:35.058. Let's see, I think, yeah, Energetics is struggling a little bit, and he's no-lined assists. As we watch Young Tommy going to be the next one. I think Young Tommy, I'm not sure what division he's going to be in next season, but he is full-time at the minute in this division, I believe. 1:35.5, meaning for now Michael is still the quickest. Let's hope that somebody hurry up and tops that, because we know what he's like for seeing his name in the lights. Says it's a 1:33.7 from Arda. The freaks have begun. Well, I don't think we're going to see the freaks of Denzo. We might see the freak of Blaze. Who was that? That one was Bazman at 1:34.7. And Energetics is on a lap, so let's go with Energetics in the Millwall car, the Alpha Tauri. And I've been left on my own for commentary. What is everyone doing to me this week? Again, this week, every week, on my own for commentary. And they wonder why I don't want to do it no more. Manx aren't made for commentary, so they make me do it on my own. Just give me a second, let me try and shut that stupid doobie-doop up. There it is. I haven't really got messages. People, I don't have friends. I don't want no friends. We are with Energex on board for the rest of his lap. Let's, well, I was gonna do an impression. Anyone who sits in the parties with me usually will know what them impressions are, but we'll not leave. Just watch the Mexico race and you'll know what I'm on about. Division 1 in Mexico, quality, some amazing commentary going on in there as Energex comes across the line at 135.6. There is a very slow travelling Ferrari. I'm guessing that is Michael, probably out of fuel, using every bit he can. We've got them Blaze there. Let's go with Blaze, the freak that is Blaze, the one that likes to set stupid lap times and then crash out in the race. Let's try not jinx him today. There's another one from the past, another blast from the past. Isaac, kid, hey man, hello, welcome back. We have seen your name before. As round the final corner goes Blaze on the power. What's it gonna be? Blaze crosses the line at 132.7. The freak is back. The freak is back. Bazzaboy went in at 133.8 there. Not a bad time from Bazzaboy. He's definitely picked up his pace over recent weeks, and he's starting to find some feet again. Robots everywhere, says Ginger. They're not robots, they're called freaks. Absolute freaks. Although you are getting beat off Bazzaboy and Bazman, who I wouldn't class as the freak or robotics. I think the 132.7, I mean, come on now. Stop being silly. As we're watching TTG Sean. I think he's in the top 5 of the championship, to be fair. Very consistent over it. Michael, do me a favour. Get rid of this twat out of the comments. He's already at it, doing my head in. I've got a feeling I know who it is, but let's just pretend we don't. Jones, what? Hooroo, mate. Hooroo. Hooroo. I don't know what hooroo means. Actually, I don't know what that means. Instead, we're watching TTG Sean. Let's just stick with this one. Coming into the final section, I'm sure Ashley will come back with what that means. Hooroo. How are you? All right. I mean, come on. Give me a break, man. I'm mank, I'm old, and I'm just not ready for this shit. Ashley, don't start, because we know you've just recently acquired a Willie. So let's leave it there. We know what you're all about, Ashley. As across the line comes Sean at 134.4. It's tighted. Spit it out, you mank. Yeah, let's not swear. Let's try and keep the swearing to a minimum. We have got immature little childs watching this, like I said. Oh no, he's a real man now. He's a real man. Silent is going to be the next one. I think. I don't care if he's going to be the next one. He's going to be the next one that we're watching. The Ferrari. He's the only one that's not set a lap time yet, so that's the one we're going to go with. It's just all gone quiet. I've got the sound coming through my ears, and it's just all gone quiet now. Moved away. You're a savage. Who's a savage? He's just become a man. Diashi in the comments, everybody congratulate on him on his recent manhood. I'm not quite sure what that means. I think he's had a sex change is what he's trying to tell us. He was definitely a bitch before, and he'll be a bitch afterwards regardless. So congratulations there. If everyone's in the chat, jump in the chat and congratulate big new man Diasha on his newfound penis he got for Christmas. So 133.333, it's the time that Sloth cannot say, as Silent goes across the line into P2 for now in that time, as once again we'll mention Sloth cannot say. Now let's try and do it in Sloth's point, in Sloth's way of saying it. It's a 133.333. As in the chat, Michael talking about himself already. A second slower, and he's set his best time ever. I mean, what we've got to watch out for is what he does in the race. That's where we start to worry a little bit. Let's try and see who's going to be the actual next one. I think Jockey Hockey's further forwards there, and there is somebody else. Oh, Jake the Slayer on an outlap, but nobody cares, of course, about that. Nice kid. Going with Jockey step around the final corner in the Red Bull and across the line. Jockey will go P6. It's a 134.3. It's not the quickest of times, Jockey. We thought he was improving. Maybe we'll see a little bit more for him in the coming weeks. As Asher, if you weren't my admin, I would beat your ass, bitch. Hey, listen, he's already talking about beating men's ass. If you're going to have a sex change, don't point him being gay. If you was into men, you should have stayed as a bitch. There's Smithy in the chat. Welcome, Smithy. Shame you're going, lad. You'll just learn how to speak it. As you can tell, I haven't actually yet learned how to speak English properly. So I don't know where you're getting that one from, mate. But yeah, I'm not actually going. I'm just not doing commentary no more. Fed up of talking to myself. Nobody talks to me. I don't fucking blame them, to be fair. We'll go with Jake. Oh, nobody cares. Let's go back to the chat. Hello, everybody. It says Young Tommy. Hello, Young Tommy. Welcome. Blowing up these comments. Let's keep them all coming. Nobody's yet congratulated the Asher from becoming a man into his manhood. He's, you know, he's always had the tits, now he's got the dick. You decide whether he's a chick with a dick or a dick with a chick. That's a chick, or you know what I mean. Jake the Slayer there, invalidating. Good, finally something somebody does care about him doing. Who was that? Was that Swanshanks going purple? Nah, you're lying. You're lying. Codemasters. Even Codemasters knows how to have banter there. Swanshanks going purple. Alright. Calm down, Coders. It's going to be Clarky's thing. Clarky's very quick. Let's see what Clarky can throw in. I'm expecting the 133s from Clarky as well. I don't think anyone's really going to touch Blaze. He's already gone in with 132.7. I think that'll be the quickest time for Q1. No, he didn't. He didn't. That's Codemasters bantering with him. That's all that is. There is no two ways about that, Mrs. Swanshanks. He did not go purple. Codemasters is bantering with him. Oh dear. Clarky then around the final corner. Oh, into the pits. Clarky decides to pit on a hot lap. Good choice, Clarky. Good choice. Okay. The gay one's invalidated again. We've got Swanshanks at 135.5. No, I definitely saw purple, or was it red? No, it was purple. It definitely shone purple. It was just Codemasters bantering. He didn't actually get the quickest time. We'll go with sorry, Swan. It just didn't happen, mate. It's gonna be Ada Parabolical. We learned how to say the name, and then we stepped down from comms. Quality stuff. Well, Ada Parabolical, and then we start saying it wrong. There we go. Welcome back, that mank. Come on, give me some banter, give me some stick in the chat. I want some. I need to be abused. I need to feel the pain. Somebody give me something in the chat before I start telling jokes, because at the minute we're stuck watching Ada Parabolical. Yes, got it. Going round the final couple of corners, ready to set another lap time, trying to catch up with Blaze maybe. Doesn't really need to do this, so this is just him trying to set a good lap time. He comes across the line to 133.376, so not quite even on silent. Man, anyone else? Codemasters taking the mic. I'm out of a job. Yeah, no. Codemasters is joining in with us taking the let's not call it the mic. He's taking the piss. We're after the watershed pretty much. I think we say what we want. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I mean, what they're gonna do? Fire me? Everyone else is invalidated. It seems. Is that Michael going for another lap? I think it is. Michael going for another lap, but let's move on to someone a bit more interesting. There's Bazman. I think Bazman's going for another lap. Hey, let's stick with Bazman. I can't really see if... Oh no, Sloth. Sloth is there. Invalidated. Yeah, we've already seen that. Yeah, keep up. Bazman it is. Evening everyone, saying Dylan. Good evening, Dylan. And yeah, okay, taking a piss then. Yes. Mrs. Swanshank, that is exactly it. You're not out of a job, though. We cannot. We're all in a job. Nightwing saying, just wait, Blaze will set a time in Q3 faster than his TT time. And then he'll probably crash out on lap 6 after I give him the curse of the commentator. Anyone, again, who doesn't know the reference, didn't watch Mexico, it's your own problem. Watch Mexico lap 6, I think. Lap 5, turn into lap 6. And you'll understand the curse of the commentator hit home hard for Blaze, who may have a bit of an easier run today. You can see there's no Blaze, no Rick no Blaze, no Denzo, no Rick Dalton yet. Bazman did invalidate, so let's move on to, it's going to have to be Michael, I think. Somebody else set a lap, please. I think that was Sloth going across the line to start a lap, maybe, or was that Clarkey going across the line to start another lap when hopefully he'll finish this one, bother to go across the line. But I'll tell you, we'll throw a few jokes in here though. We've got a few. Luke is Duke. Those if you send me an invite, I can start last. It's already covered, mate. We already have Rick Dalton and El Denzo, the champion, and the constructors champions will be joining in very soon. We don't normally do it, but it's the last race of the season. Let them have it, and it is what it is, isn't it? It's the last race of the season. Why not? Why not? We're going to watch out. Sloth's going to be the next one to come across the line. Never mind an invite to that. I could need invite to comms, you know. I'm all alone. 4.0 for him. Sloth goes P7 for now. And now we're getting into the nitty gritty. It's about time some of these others set lap times to try and get out of this danger zone. There's Clarkey. I'm not sure if Diassi was in front of him. He wasn't. So let's go with Clarkey instead. DJ Death Dragon with 1,000 bits. 1,000 bits from DJ Death Dragon. Well done, DJ. Throwing even more in. And he's subscribed as well. Resub 4 months in a row with 1,000 bits. Thank you so much, DJ. You know, it's always appreciated, my friend. And it might pay for you to be able to do some better streaming, eh? As Clarkey goes across the line, 134.0. Goes P8, just slower than teammate Sloth for now. Diassi will be the next one. The newly found manhood of Diassi. He's got rid of his tits and he's found a dick, and this is him. And here he goes to set a bit to lap time, I think. Comes across the line at 135.3. 15th for now. Just about safe in front of Energex, who has invalidated there. So now we're watching for Jake the Slayer. Jake Wilson has not set a lap time. Once again, Jake Wilson struggling in qualifying, and it's going to be Jake the Slayer who's going to be the next one. I think, in fact, the only one to cross the line. Swanshanks is there, so Diassi is on the edge of Jake the Slayer, kicking him out, and it looks like Swanshanks is in Q2. Miracles do happen. Swanshanks is in Q2. And as DJ said, oh, hang on. Miss Swanshanks saying payday. I think we need more paydays, Mrs. Swanshanks. Come on, give us a shout. Mr. Swanshanks even. Why have you just suddenly gone green from purple? I don't get that. No, I'm just making sure I've used everything from my last salary. Yeah, he saved up 6 months for that since when he first joined and threw all them bits in, and he's not through any more since. I think he threw 10,000 bits in that week, something around that mark. Anyway, it was quite a battle to behold between Gavler and DJ there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Swanshanks is through to Q2 here, because depending on what Diassi does, I don't know if Diassi's on another lap. We're going to flick to him in a minute, but Jake the Slayer needs to set a lap time. Nobody cares whether he does or doesn't, but he comes round the final corner. Can he get himself out the drop zone? Drop Diassi in, he can. He goes P11 on 134.3. Where is Diassi in the pits? Diassi is out. His manner didn't help. Diassi follows Energex and Jake Wilson out, and they'll start just in front of Rick Dalton and Denzo when the race starts, and those two do join eventually. Yeah, I mean, DJ last time he did that and threw all the bits, and I think his missus left him. I'm only joking, DJ. Ali, it's just, you know. Come on, come and help me on comms, DJ. What you do? I'm all alone. It's so hard, you know, when you're doing this on your own, especially if there's no one in the comments. Someone give me the comments. I tell you what, I've got a joke for you, Mrs. Swanshanks. I know you're in the comments, but anyone else in the comments, I've got a joke for you. I forgot it. I forgot. Oh yeah, what's the best thing about a cliffhanger? So Q2, Q2, Mrs. Sunshanks, you know you was waiting for it. You know you was waiting for it. Young Tommy, first time Q2 with all these maniacs. Let's go. Getting that P15. So young Tommy, congratulations, mate. Well done. Shout out to you there. I think Swanshanks made it as well. Good stuff, Swanshanks. You see a few medium tyres in there. Sorry, I just took that's the best thing about a cliffhanger. Sorry. Moving on, yeah. Racing, that's what we're here to do, aren't we? We're here to race. We're here to race. Don't worry, I'm here all week. Well, I'm not actually here all week. I'm here one more time today, so, you know, make the most of these jokes while they're there. And, anyway, speaking, a guy knocked on my door before. He says, I'm looking for donations for a local swimming pool. So I gave him a glass of water. Being just as good as Swanshank saying, young Tommy. And I will be back with you when I've got over that joke. I need a drink. Someone give me a drink. Right, and he's again first. He's just after any sort of airtime. You know what? I'm not giving it him. I'm not giving it him. He's only doing it for the airtime. The only reason he's trying to be like Chazza used to be. Remember when Chazza used to come out and always be the first one out, just after the airtime, and then he'd mess it up in the race. That's exactly what Michael's doing now. I think Chazza is actually out on track there. Chazza letting people slide by. We're going to watch Blaze. There's Blaze. Let's do a full lap with Blaze just to wind Michael up, if nothing else. In the Alfa Romeo. I think he's got a car for next season. I'm not actually sure. The only ones I will confirm, just as a heads up, next season I think the brothers who won this season's Constructors' Championship and the one that won the drivers, Denzo and Rick, I believe are in the Red Bull next season. They are the champions. They get the champion's choice. That is just a little teaser for what's to come next week. Next week it is, of course, the draw, the live draw, all about who is going to get what car, as well as the overtakes of the season. And well, you know, I raced one and got nominated. I'm just saying. Blaze, off he goes then. I really don't like this track, and I'm really not going to try and do a run through while I've got dry mouth. But yeah, stay on the power, nice and into the next corner. Goes Blaze, slings it into the left-hander, flick it back right, get on the power, and then straight back on the brakes hard, try and swing out wide, clip that apex, and down on the power, up the DRS straight as hard and powerful as you can, trying to keep it as straight as you can as well, not wiggling about too much, adjust. There you go, you see very slight adjustments. It does come out towards you a little bit, braking as late as you dare and flicking, taking as much as that. He doesn't really take as much as he possibly could do, Blaze. Then he knows better than me though, who am I to say? Gets a little bit squirmy going in towards the next DRS zone. That will have cost him very slightly indeed, and knowing the perfectionist he can be, you won't be happy with that. Slinging it out as wide as you can, careful not to invalidate, because you can do that through the next chicane, jumping over the curbs. It is purple, it is looking good. Sling it into this left-hander and then the double right-hander. Carry as much speed as you can. Braking almost on the apex of this one for the next corner. Braking hard. Sling it in. Right-hander and then back left again. It's a very tricky technical track. Double left-hander that time and then into the final. Double right-hander. Keep as much pace as you can through there, carry it all through, and then it's a little bit slower, but still on the power at the exit. Blaze goes a 1:32.7. It's another lap time that will get you through to Q3 from Blaze. Michael did a 1:35.2 there as well. But that wasn't the great run through. I know I'm struggling a bit. I'm all alone. Come on, young Tommy, you got this, saying Lukey is Juka. As Mrs. Swanshank, that's asking for too much. Swanshanks, I think. Just yeah, getting them to Q3. You never know. There might be a few retirements, a few people that decide not to set a lap time. Codemasters might break. Young Tommy did a 1:36.2. Let's try and find that Haas that is going round the final couple of corners. It's going to be TTG Sean on the mediums. He slings it into the final corner. Blaze, he's just trying to set hot laps, I think, starting on the soft. Goes second, a 1:34.9. Not a bad lap time from Sean, that. As we try and find the work, I think it is Ada Pamakoglu. Comes round the final corner. That's a 1:33.8. on the mediums. That was a very good lap time. These are freaks, these, aren't they? Just sorts of freaks. There is Jockey goes across the line, a 1:35.1 on the medium tyres as well. A lot of them starting on the medium tyres. Here goes Clarky. What can Clarky do? Can he jump somewhere near Ada? And maybe in between Ada and Sean, it'd be a good shout for him, but he's pit again. What is it with this lad? And he was on the softs anyway. What is it with this lad? What is it? You do know when you start, like, you might as well finish it. Finish it! Put lap time on the board, it'll still beat Swanshanks. Sorry, Swan. I can't resist, mate. I'm just trying to find who the next one is. I think it's going to be Nightwing. Nightwing, the Division 3 champion, will be in this division permanently for next season. I'm not sure what car he chose, I can't remember. But he has chose a car as the champion's choice of cars next season. Lukey's Dukey saying, oh, it's Cryptic! It's obviously it's easy to say Cryptic. Well, Lukey's is easy, but we'll call you Cryptic so people know who you are. But yeah, it's Cryptic cheering on young Tommy. Who else have we got? Why no Discord DMs? He's chasing him everywhere. He's chasing him everywhere. Cryptic's blanking him left, right and centre. He's chased him through the Discord. He's chased him into DMs, and now he's chased him all the way to the stream chat. Leave the lad alone, it's called stalking. He's stalking him. As we are watching Nightwing, the Division 3 champion, trying to make an impact, and maybe this is his chance just to make a bit of a statement to the Division 1 boys, saying it's not all going to be plain sailing next season, and it's not going to be an out-and-out battle like it was a two-horse race this season, and Nightwing wants a part of that as well. Of course, you've got Ada, who's very, very quick. You've got Jockey, who's improving even more every week on that wheel. You've got Silent, who is very, very quick. So there is a lot of boys. Clarky has got a lot of speed. There's a couple, obviously Denzo's not here, Rick's not here. It's such a good division for next season. I guess he doesn't want a seat next season. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just happy being a fan of young Tommy. Restraining order. We've tried. Even the courts don't want to know him. Don't worry, he's gone this season. Last race for that, couldn't know. Nightwing comes across the line and sets a decent lap time of 1:34.1. Goes P3, P2 on the mediums, P3 overall. Very strange decision from Blaze though to be setting them soft times there. I would have thought he'd have wanted to start on the medium. Sloth is invalidated. Bazzaboy is just behind it, hasn't invalidated. What can Bazzaboy do in the big Willy team? The last we're going to see of this car. Well, actually, we've got a full season of it, so it's not the last we're going to see of that car. But oh, what a lap time! What a lap! A 1:34.106. Bazzaboy's finding all of this pace from somewhere, and you know, Bazman gave a good shout on. Gave a good shout about a few weeks ago about him being better than Bazzaboy. I think he's telling porkies, you know. I think he is. That's a great lap time. Some massive improvements from the lad. Let's go instead. I think I'm Sloth, maybe. Yes, or is it Chazo? No, it's I'm Sloth. I'm Sloth going to be the next one. Let's try and keep with this chat as... Did you just call me a cunt on stream? You are a cunt on and off stream. Just managed to fix my PS4 today. The hard drive came. He's got a new hard drive. He's driving hard now, I think. Also have like 4,000 notifications on Discord. Well, keep up then. You know, I can't do that, mate. If you got a, you know, you got a little number next to you, know, I have to press it. I have to get rid of them. It drives me mad sometimes while you're trying to do it mid-conversation while Discord's blowing up. Oh, by the way, I got slow-moded, but yeah, when they talk all that, yeah, all right. It's a different Discord, so we'll leave it at that. I'm only joking though. Sloth goes across the line, sets the lap time of a 1:34.6, goes P6 on those medium tyres. Everybody going mediums apart from Blaze. Maybe you know something nobody else does, or maybe he's just prepared for the fact that he'll probably crash out in the race again, as he keeps on doing. As Silent goes round the final corner, let's hope he can get round that second to last corner tonight without Michael taking him out. It's a 1:33.4. That is an immense lap time on those tyres. Medium tyres, 1:33.4, and again, yeah, let's hope he can do that in the race without Michael taking him out this time. As Chatter goes a 1:34.3, it's quicker than Jockey, it's quicker than Sloth. He goes P6, pushing the others down. Clarkie's going to be the next one to come across the line in that run. Well, knowing Clarkie and what we've been watching recently, probably go in the pits now. He doesn't go in the pits, goes round the final corner in that Renault, and across the line goes Clarkie, sets the lap time, it's P3, a 1:33.7. I was expecting bigger things than that, maybe. I don't know. But it's all gone quiet now, and let's go back to the comments. As young Tommy say, cryptic, and is that a clown face? I think he's calling. He's being your fanboy. I'm calling him a clown. He's being your fanboy. What's going on? As I've just had a message through the Discord. Rick Dalton and El Denzel are here! But they're obviously going to start at the back of the grid, but they are here, and let's see what they can do in the race. As Jake the Slayer forgetting how to drive for a minute there, but maybe somebody's playing with... For the party chats, mate, for the party. Leave it. I have to tell myself off sometimes, because sometimes I almost say things that we'd say in the parties that probably best off not being aired. Swanshank's invalided. It's just an age thing, you know. He actually invalidated. We're going instead with the one nobody cares about. Let's give the one nobody cares about a lap for people to not care about. Hold it, mate. You know exactly what I nearly said, DJ. You know what I nearly said. There's a bit of bromance going on in the chat between Cryptip and young Tommy. Yeah, I think we've got some bromance. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. I'm struggling already. I need a drink. DJ getting comms. Yeah, it's Cryptic saying I've got nothing in DMs about the seat. Michael probably DMing the wrong person though. Michael, somebody to do that. I'm really struggling tonight. What is going on? We're going with this one nobody cares about again. We're watching a full lap of a lap that nobody really cares, so I don't know why we're watching it. But it's on the medium tyres. Blaze still the only one not to start on the medium tyres. Everyone else so far will be starting on the mediums. Interesting to see whether Michael has decided to go out on the softs now, considering he's going to get a tight choice regardless from P11, so he might as well make up some times instead. Jake the Slayer, did he just invalidate on the final corner? Oh. Couldn't have happened to a bigger nicer man. I need some water, old man. I mean, you're a new man, so less of the old man, new man. Again, for anyone who's just joined and doesn't really know what that means, Diashe, who's in the chat, has just recently had a sex change and has now become a man. So Or so he tells us. I think he's still a bit of a bitch, to be honest, but he's just become a man. And there you go! Denzo has just joined the session. I think we've probably seen Rick join as well. I don't know if he's joined yet or he's going to join, but Denzo is in. The champion is in. As Blaze retires from the session, I think, out of protest. Bazman going to be coming around this final sector. Let's watch Bazman instead. I think is that Swanshank's about to set a lap in front of him as well. Keep an eye on that for Swanshanks going across the line. It could be Swanshanks. Let's just see. Might actually be Jockey Hockey starting a lap. It is Jockey Hockey starting a lap. So it is going to be Bazman. Bazman goes P11 135.0. Nowhere near his brother, as his brother is most definitely the better one. Denzo is here. OMG, says Ardo, as just he got his thing off a donkey apparently. Okay. As it looks, Swanshanks is out. Young Tommy, 13th and 14th respectively. And oh, look at that, Jake the Slayer's invalidated, so he's out. Michael's managed to drop Sean down. Is Sean going again? Sean is going again. Let's see. Sean's going to be the next one across the line. Can he drop Michael? He's 3/10 up at the minute. He's on the soft tyres as well, so he's going to have to start the soft tyres as Michael has done. TTT Sean round the final corner. Can he drop? Oh, I am Sloth. It looks like maybe he can. He does. He goes P5. Sloth is out. Bazman, he's going to be the final one. Can Bazman drop, doing some MC spitting stuff here, I think, I don't know. But Bazman, could he be the one to drop Jockey Hockey out? Jockey Hockey is setting a lap time. In fact, was that Jockey Hockey further forwards? It was. So Michael could be back in trouble. He is going slowly. Michael has got no chance to make it better as Bazman goes past him on the line. And it's going to be Jockey Hockey. Can Jockey Hockey make sure that it's going to be Michael in trouble from Bazman and not him? Jockey Hockey, there, speak properly, you mank. Goes across the line, goes P5, he does, it's Michael in the drop zone. Bazman can put Michael out here. Can he do it on them medium tyres again? I very much doubt it, but we'll see. He's not, he goes into the pits. Michael's safe by the skin of his teeth. Out will go in P11, I am Sloth, Bazman, Young Tommy, Swanshanks and Jake the Slayer. Blaze, Silent, Clarky, Arda, Jockey Hockey, TTG, Sean, Bazzaboy, Nightwing, Chazza and Michael all through to Q3. That's all we're going to hear off Michael now for about 6 months. I made Q3 in Div 1. Yeah, because Denzo and Rick Dalton weren't there. I need a drink. I think I'm going to have to leave you with it while I go and have a quick... Go and have a quick finish that one. Go make a quick drink. I shall be back with you in time to shout my mouth off a bit more and be a bit more of a kid for the final race of the Mank era. The final race of the season for the whole of the Parabolical eSports as well. We have F2 champion. In fact, let's go through some of that. I think we had the Wednesday multi-player league champion was TTG Sean. We had the F2 champion of I Am Sloth. Division 4 champion I think was 777 Olsveski 777. I'm not too sure on that one. Somebody might have to. Chiana champion was Irish New Potato. The Division 3 champion was Nightwing. Division 2 champion was Nundo, and Division 1 champion of course was Denzo. I will be back with you very, very shortly. Oh no, there's a comment to read. Oh yeah, no one cares. So, here we go then. The all-famous Q3 of the Freak Show. Let's get some telemetries up. And Ace Jockey Hockey's going to be the first one, I think. Let's go back to this. No one does care about that. The comment in between Arda and Dylan. Dylan says, "Can't trust the sauce on this track." And then then Nightwing says, he really says, "Oh, no one cares." And then the next comment, "Nobody cares." So Rick Dalton has joined as well. So Rick Dalton will be in. I've got an headache. Just keep your voice down, you man fuck. Denzo's left the session. That's not good. Maybe he's seen his brother get on and thought, "No, I can't bother with that. Can't be bothered with that." If anyone is in the lobby though and are watching, someone give Rick Dalton a thing. Oh, we got DJs in the pie.
Hello, mate.
Here we go then. So, DJ, we've got to do it properly because I know nobody else has heard it on the on this part. So come on.
Come on, I'm here.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. That sounded awful, actually.
The first one did. The get to the chopper went too bad. Don't be making a rubbish name for me. Are you in this race?
No.
Alright, so I've got a co-commentator then. Yay!
Yes, you do.
We're not alone. I was all alone. I thought nobody liked me. Turns out nobody does like me, but don't really give a fuck. We don't care.
Does it surprise you?
We just don't care. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be disliked. So I'm doing my job pretty well, to be fair. We are watching Jockey Hockey
doing your job
purple.
all the time, pretty well.
Well, not for much longer. I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah.
Gives me an headache. I think my neighbours are starting to look at me funny.
Only your neighbours?
No, I am as well. Every time I
else?
catch a glance at the mirror, I go, "What the fuck are you doing?" Sorry. I've been doing this for nearly a year now. Shouting my mouth off at the computer for nearly a year. Do you know how hard it is to get excited when I don't really care? I don't get this excited at the football. I don't real Formula 1 anymore. You just not. And there you go, Jockey Hockey at 134.2. What is he doing? Get your foot on the pedal. I'm not sure who's going to be the next one, but they're all going to go quickly through the line. We'll come back to you in a minute, DJ, because Parabolical 133.7. RR Silent at 132.9. There you go. That's the first freak time of Q3. I can't get it quite right. As Chazza goes at 133.1. Trying to keep up with him. DJ, you in the session at least. Nightwing going to go across the line next in P6. Is it? No. Oh, did he just start a lap? Okay. Maybe just started one. Sean 134.1. And then it's a Friday that's invalidated. Then it's Arda, I think. Yeah, Arda Pamakoglu. Another one who could go real quick. Sets at 133.0. I tell you what, Arda seems to be a bit of a qualifying man in these days. As Blaze 132.4. Go to bed. Oh, excuse you, DJ. See, we invite him into the comms box, and you heard the way he speaks. It's just disgusting. There's people listening here, you know. We're supposed to be being professional. We're supposed to be setting an example.
Yeah,
I'm very professional. I am very professional, I'll have you know.
Yeah, that's why you're quitting comms.
Yeah, this is why I'm quitting, because I'm too professional. I'm that professional,
Yeah.
Nobody can keep up. You know what, I swear, I went for a drink and 7 people left. Fuck you then. Make sure you're nice to the viewers, by the way. Pricks.
Yeah, noticing how you do it, so...
Clarky goes across the line at 132.935. RR Silence at 132.943. Look at how close them two are. Let's try and flick to Nightwing. He's invalidated. Let's go instead to the ginger one. Crash, please crash, please crash, please crash. Hit the wall, hit the wall, hit the wall, hit the wall. He's gonna crash, he's gonna crash, he's gonna crash, please crash, please crash. If we say it enough, he'll crash. Hashtag hope Michael crashes in the chat. That normally works, you know. Normally if you put a hashtag in the chat, it normally works. So hashtag make him crash. It won 34.4. Now we can say to him, yeah, you got through to Q3, but you was the slowest one in there. Blaze's freak time, he's happy with that one. He'll be going in. Clark is cruising. I think he'll be going in. Hashtag make Michael crash. Hopefully it works. It is. Let's hope it works. And this is that point in Q3 of this fucking race. I'm very dirty mouth tonight. I don't know what's going on. This is the point in Q3 of this race where it just goes boring. Everyone pits, and then they all come out at the exact same time right at the end of the session, so that I have to run through it like a madman, possessed. I won't miss these days, you know. Anyway,
sure
Mrs. Swanshank says, can Blaze beat the time from Mount in the Oceano? 132.2. Oh, apparently the time of the day is Mr. Mount, 132.2.
I thought it was 132.6.
I think Mrs. Swanshanks is getting all muddled up because she's really a sheep. I'm not saying she's a bitch. I'm just saying she's crazy. As Cryptic says, make United lose the league. They're going to lose the league. What do you mean? You don't need a hashtag for that. You just need real life. City already won the league. Make United lose the league. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer do that all on his own. Swanshank said it was definitely a 132.2. Yeah, but Swanshank was that far behind, he probably couldn't see it properly. Especially with his eyes at his age, there's just no chance.
Swanshank got lapped in the qualification.
So, you know when you put Swanshanks and Mrs. Swanshanks together, you actually do get a crazy bitch.
Why these jokes again?
I've got better ones. Well, actually, Dinobot's got better ones, but...
I enjoy Dinobots more than I do yours, because yours are... Let's keep
what,
that...
You cheeky motherfucker. Get back in that other party, you little slut. Do it on my own.
You sure?
I mean, get back to the brothel. We all know that's where you are all the time. You're something roasting the whole Shanks family, I see. No, just Mr. and Mrs. We'll leave the lambs out.
The lambs out, yeah.
We don't need to be watching the pit lane, by the way. We have got people on track. What am I doing? Silent. I was doing a gav then, commentating on things without watching it. Jockey. No, Silent is going to be the next one on the lap. You put me all off my flow now. He's done purple sector 2, it says. Purple sector 2. It says for now. Let's just see, because it did say that Swanshanks had a purple sector 1 before. So we know what Cold Masters is like for bantering. Because that was definitely a banter. It's getting hot. Yeah. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. No, DJ, keep your fucking clothes on. Shit.
No.
You'll scare the spiders. You'll scare the spiders.
The spiders.
Yeah, even the spiders that are in the corner of the room will look away because they've got 8 eyes. They have to see you 8 times. Blazaboy comes around the final corner. Blazaboy to set another lap time. Has he gone in quicker? He hasn't. He has gone quicker, but he's not improved. He's gone 3 times quicker and stays in the same place. Jockey Hockey, maybe. Who's that? Who is that? Nightwing on an outlap. Oh, getting all excited over Nightwing's outlap. No, that sounded wrong. No, rephrase that. Yeah, no, that did sound wrong. So, a new a subscription from Young Tommy. Well, thank you very much, Young Tommy. Subbing there for the first time to the Parabolical eSports. Thank you very much for that. Mrs. Swanshank saying you wouldn't bullshit us without us here. Swanshank saying we got you in the FA Cup, mate. Could be an upset. The only upset is you getting upset and not being an upset. Yeah, they say. I mean, we would be a little bit bored if we didn't have the Swans to take the piss out of, wouldn't we? I've told you once, Mr. Swanshanks, get her in the bloody cupboard. Jockey jumps in front of TTG Sean, goes 133.7 and goes into P7 with that. Nightwing is there, going to be one to set lap time. Is it? Chaz is on an outlap. Is that Sean on an outlap? Yeah, let's get to the pink car. Who's in the pink one? Bazza Boy is on a lap and going to be the next one to cross the line, so that's the one we'll stay with, although he is low on fuel, so I'm guessing he's going in. Yeah, is he down on his 5 seconds behind? I'm guessing he's going into the pits. Yeah, he's not using his ERS. Look for that first time, you thick fucker. Blaze is on an outlap. Okay, so is Clark.
The next one will be Nightwing.
So it is going to be Nightwing, finally. Mrs. Swanshanks is swearing. That is disgusting language. Mrs. said you sound ginger. I have a soul. Nightwing goes across the line 133.5 in P7, and that'll be where he starts. P7 for Nightwing. He might not be happy with that. He's left himself a one-shot qualifying and gone P7. Who is going to be the next one? Blaze is going to start a lap. Clarky didn't make it, but Blaze did. Clarky was just behind Blaze, so Blaze maybe just being careful to make sure he gets P1. He is going to start pole as things stand. Mrs. Ginger, see you next Thursday. I think they're talking to Michael or Sloth. Nightwing saying I was in Rich Fuel Mix the whole sector 1 and 2. Oh, well, is that not a good thing? As Jockey Hockey isn't going to go, so he's going to start where he is. Are you not meant to be in Ritz Fuel Mix on a hot lap? I thought that was the way it was. Anyway, Chazzo coming across the line. He's already in a good position, and he's not going to jump any higher. He's going to start in P5. Sean, he's going to be the next one to cross the lap. He's going to be the next one to cross the lap. And that is going to be it. Blaze is just going to see if he can try and set the fastest time of the day by the looks of it. It's 132.4 at the minute. Arden second. Clarky third, Silent in fourth, Chazza in fifth, Bazzaboy sixth, Nightwing in seventh, Jockey Hockey eighth, TTG Sean in ninth, and some ginger guy in 10th. Blaze around the final corner, puts his foot down, gets squirmy. That's going to have cost him, and I think he invalidated as well. So that would be the fastest lap time.
I think he still set a faster lap.
It's a 130. Oh, it is. It's a 132.2. 132.294. I just caught that on his steering wheel. 132.294. So it's another 132. I don't know the exact time Mr. Mount got, but it is a 132.2 for both of them. Read the first letters of the words. Ah, right. Cunt. That's what it says. She just said read the first letters of the word. I mean, it's not my fault. So there we go then, and we do have Denzel and Rick Dalton in, I believe, unless Arnold Schwarzenegger has jumped in and nicked one of the cars.
Yeah, it's my fault.
J Mart's having a tickle. Welcome to the chat, J Mart's. DJ, give us a prediction.
I still think Blaze will win this race, but I think Nightwing will maybe surprise us and go up there. That's what I think.
As you can tell, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and Michael's in between, DJ's lost his marbles.
Just noticed it now.
No, I'm just letting everyone else know. Mrs. Swanshanks, yeah. I'm a lady, I don't use that type of language. No, you're a sheep. You're from Wales and you Swanshanks calls you his missus. That basically makes you a sheep. So we're moments away from the main event of the evening for the final time. Thank fuck that. It gives me a fucking headache. But this is it.
Give yourself an headache.
Yeah, I do. This is why I don't want to do it no more. It gives me an headache. My telly's going in standby and everything. Boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, Michael's in between. We have Blaze starting from pole once again as usual. We have Arda Pamakoglu in P2, Clarky P3, Silent in P4, Chazza P5, Bazawai P6, Nightwing in P7, Jockey P8, P9 will be TTG Sean, P10 will be the ginger one, P11 will be the other ginger one, P12 will be Bazman, P13 is Young Tommy, P14 Swanshanks, P15 is Jake Got Gayer, who I think just left the session, Diashi Baurai, the newfound manhood after having his sex change, he'll be down in P16, Energetics P17, Jake Wilson P18, Rick Dalton P19, and El Denzo, the champion, starting from the back. Oh, Mrs. Swanshanks, please don't insult me, I'm not Welsh. She's an Aussie, I believe, I think. Even worse. What's worse than being Welsh? Being upside down. Now she's an upside down sheep. Speaking of upside down sheep, you know if you push them down an hill, they have to stand up the way they get up, so if you push them down the hill, they can't get back up.
You found
the other option is you put the back legs in your wellies.
No. No.
I learnt that one off Mr. Swanshanks.
Of course you did.
So we are moments away from that. How shit does that look? That harbour. You'd thought they'd have put a bit of effort into the background. You know what I mean? Even the car park. The car park looks like it's got Fiat Puntos in it. No Fiat Punto getting that close to a Formula 1 race. That'd be full of Ferraris and Lamborghinis and that. Come on, sort it out. And funny enough, Michael's disqualified from formation.
The two gingers.
It's been a ginger collision, I think. The battle of the gingers. Michael beating Sloth, but Sloth did start on the medium, so. I do find it interesting that Blaze didn't bother going to the alternate strategy and just went for softs. It's soft, medium, or is what it's telling us there. The other one was a soft, medium, hard. I very much doubt that. I think we will be looking at the soft, medium. We are about to go. Let me try a bit of this. Here we go then. This is it for the final time of the season, Season 2 in the Parabolical eSports. The race is about to get on the way, but of course I seem to have that glitch again, so we'll just have to say it's gone when we go. Let's just, okay. This is fun. Did it break because Rick and Denzel joined? Oh no, we have lights, we have 2 lights, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, and for the final time, the main event of the evening, we'll go in Division 1, and it's a great start from Blaze, but it's even better start from, I can't know, because it's all messed up. Arda has got the inside of Blaze, and he's going to hold it. We've got messed up everywhere. They think there was a crash further back, but we're going to stick with this one. Blaze has dropped down behind Arda, and Arda leads this race with Clarky in third. There is a safety car. There was a mess at the back. I'm not sure what went on. Swanshanks is out already. He's lost it there. And that is the safety car coming out. I'm just trying to go for it. There was all sorts of problems there. I've got the glitch that's just fixed itself, thankfully. But all sorts went on there. And let's... I don't even know what happened. What happened, DJ? What happened?
I'm not sure what happened. I saw in the background the car go off, the Rebel go off, and... before you know it was a safety car, and Swanshanks won't be finishing his first lap, so...
I mean... Swanshanks crashed himself out. He says he did nothing wrong, but he did, probably. Arda then jumps up 1 place in front of Blaze after, and that will be the restart. Nightwing jumps up 1, Jockey jumps up 1, I Am Sloth managed to jump 3 places. Bazzaboy's the biggest loser, lost 5 places down to P11. Jake Wilson, the biggest gainer, made 5 places up to P13. Energetics up 3 places to P14. Young Tommy down 2 into P15. Jake the Slayer down 1 into 16th. Rick Dalton and Denzel both making 2 places. The Acid dropping 3 down to P19, which will be the back. He got taken out, saying Mrs. Swanshanks. I'd love to see the footage of that then. There's been a collision and Swanshanks has been put in the wall. So he got into Q2 and he got out on lap 1 before he got to turn 2. It's saying 2 stop round here, but I do know that a few people have made it work 1 stop today.
It is possible to do a 1 stop. I've done it too, and you stretch them, you can do a medium soft.
I think we've seen in Oceania earlier on, old boy managing to take his tyres 15 laps. Soft tyres 15 laps, which is some going, over half the race on soft tyres.
In Division 2 it was even 16.
Wow, that is unbelievable. So, I mean, me personally, I'd have no chance. No chance. I've now got young Tommy leading this race, apparently. And I'm not going to be able to fix
for me
that.
too. He's leading the race values in the pits, so...
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fix that because I can't leave.
No.
Oh dear.
It should fix itself, I think, when they will get over...
It's normally if they go across the sector line, yeah, but it's not... usually it only does it once, fixes itself, and that's it, it works. I'm not sure we're going to see it happen again. Oh yeah, as it's fixed itself, there you go. So Ada does lead from Blaze with Clarkey in 3rd, the top 3 ready to go with Silent 4th and Chazza in 5th. That is the top 5. You can see there Nightwing, and then there's a gap down to Jockey Hockey for now. That'll close itself back up. Jake the Slayer having all sorts of problems, but nobody cares anyway. I'm sweating. Why is it so warm?
We just started?
You just started, been out for over an hour.
I've been doing comms for Division 2, mate.
No, you don't do comms, you just say a few words every now and again. I've got an headache. Young Tommy saying that's his race messed up. It is definitely not, it definitely isn't, mate. You have 100% still within a chance. It only takes another safety car, pit strategy, anything like that. Take your tyres to the end, mate. Go for it, go for it. Let's go back to them tyres. He's got on the mediums, so you can stretch the mediums really, really far into this and have a... It's not over. There's no way you can call a race over on lap 3 of 28. 25 laps is a long, long, long way to go. We're going to be here for a good 50 minutes, yeah, so... safety car staying out for another lap. Hey, DJ.
Hey, hello.
What's the best thing about Cliffhanger?
Oh no, not again. You've already told me this. Well, mate, tell me. Well, that's a good one.
I really like that one. I really, really like that one.
You enjoy it a bit too much.
Everyone falls for it. Everyone's waiting for points. Oh shit, Sonora. Scared the
What was that?
of me. My curtain pole just fell down. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I think even the house is fed up of me doing this commentary.
Your house felt for it.
I feel a bit exposed now. I think I'm haunted. Let's move.
That's not something you'll hear every day.
I might need to go for a minute and go get changed. Actually, the ghost isn't the only one fed up of listening to me. I'm fed up of listening to me. Shit. My heart's racing. Shit. Oh well. I don't know what the fuck. How did that happen?
You alright there?
I'm a bit baffled. My whole
I can tell.
my curtains are on the floor. The poles, one pole's fell off completely, the one dangling down.
Yes, but we're about to have a safety
Moving on.
restart.
We are having the restart. I need a restart after that. So we're waiting for the restart, and it had a leading away from Blaze. We're trying to get back into the flow of that. I've still got a corner of my eye watching the curtain pole in case it starts attacking me or something. Blaze is going to stay all over the back of Ardo, and we'll go on board just to see how close it is. But Ardo seems to have it pretty comfortably. Let's try and keep our eyes out. Michael, has something happened with Michael? Has he spawned? Has he lost it? I think he might have done. We're going to stay.
He has no wing.
There's no wing, so Michael's crashed. He's getting time penalties left, right and centre. There's another 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Michael's had a stinker again. But now, Blaze all over the back of Ardo. He's closing up on him. Is he going to be close enough? He's using his overtake this time. He's going to go. Ardo's going to go to the inside, meaning Blaze is going to have to go around the outside. These two going wheel to wheel into this. I can't remember the turn number, but it's Blaze who gets in. They've stayed wheel to wheel. They were still touching. Ardo was not for giving it up, but I tell you what, he should have given it up and slid in behind. Instead, he's using his overtake to try and burn back into the back of Blaze, and he's not going to get there. Blaze takes the lead once again of this race. Meanwhile, Rick Dalton and Denzel are moving past Energetics, and their teamwork is building themselves back up. Look at this battle, first, second, third, fourth, all still in touching distance, particular 1, 2 and 3. Look, the gap between 1, 2 and 3 is about the same. Swing it into the right hander, broken the clap. Michael's got clap or something. You want to get to the doctors and get that clap checked out. But he's broke his wheel. Michael's broken his wheel. Not his wheel in his actual steering wheel that he pretends to be able to drive with. Like, yeah, clamp. Oh, unique! He's racked his clamp off the table. There was no need to get that angry, Michael. It's just a game. But meanwhile, I think we've got the two brothers going at it. Yeah, kind of. I obviously can't see if you're watching. You are watching what I'm watching. It says that Dalton's a lap down, and Denzel was within 1 point something of him, and now all of a sudden Rick Dalton's gone to the back and he's a lap down. I don't know. But that's just a glitch. Obviously, I'm just trying to look through. There is. Oh, here we go. Chazza is going to be under pressure from Nightwing. This is the one we're going to watch. There is moves possibly further forwards, but we're going to watch Chazza going on Nightwing. Ooh, Chazza manages to get into the braking zone before Nightwing can close the gap enough. Denzo's lap time, Dalton's lap time is trying to best to fix itself, but still saying he's a lap down at the minute. It's not actually that lap down. There's nothing going on. Again, this is the thing with Division 1, DJ, that everybody just stays within 0.3 of each other and nothing really happens. As Rick Dalton has moved out of the way for Denzel being quicker, and he's just letting through now. We're watching Jake Wilson on the back of Bazman. Jake Wilson and Bazman going to have a good battle. I'm going to look at Clarkey though. Clarkey and Ardo. Clarkey having a look around the outside of Ardo there. It was never really going to happen there. Meanwhile, Blaze has already disappeared into the distance by a couple of seconds. And Clarkey is going to be into the final two corners. Right on the back of Parabolical with Silent just behind him as well. Clarkey it is. Pushing, foot down to the floor. Can he get anywhere near him? Not yet, but maybe in the DRS zone. You see him grift out of that dirty air for a second, trying to keep everything cool as he can. Keep them temperatures down so he's got all the full power in that car. Finally, we get a decent camera angle from Codemasters. We should just be able to select this camera and have it the whole way through. Looks brilliant, doesn't it? I love this camera angle. Closing up on the back though, you do see how close those three are together now. Clark is surely just needs a good exit on the corner to have a good run. At Ardo, the DRS should be open, I believe. Yes, it is. There you go. So Clarky on the back of Ardo. This is the battle for P2. The battle for the podiums. As Silent isn't that far behind. He's not using his overtake though, Clarky. He's going to stay in behind Ardo now, and he's doing it patient, using his time wisely. Jake Wilson has been passed by Denzel as well now. Not sure. You'll be able to tell me better, DJ, whether Rick Dalton is following him through or not, because Rick Dalton's showing last at the minute. But here goes Clark round the outside of Parabolical. Ardo's staying there, trying to hold it together. They're going wheel to wheel in through the chicane. One of them's going to have to go track and does. Leaves brilliant amount of room there, Ardo, and it's dropped him into Silent now as well. As Silent's going to be all over the back of this as well now. This is the battle for second, third, and even fourth place as Nightwing trying getting a close up to the back of it, but it's Silent who's the man that's going to be all over the back of Ada next time round, as Clarkey is managing to, and he's not really pulling away actually. I thought he was pulling a gap for a minute there when I looked, but he's not really. And this battle for second, third and fourth is going to go for a good few laps now, I think. DJ.
Yes, indeed. They always keep it so close between each other, but they never immediately go for the move. Does keep surprising me that they keep the same distance and don't really change it at all.
No, they don't really seem. The gap just seems to stay at around half a second between everybody, and nobody gets closer or further back. Although Denzo is on the back of Basman, I'm just going to watch to see if Vado gets a better exit on that corner. He's used a lot of VRS already, though he's only down to 30%, so that may be a bit of a telling sign that he's struggling now to keep up with Clarkey a little bit, and Clarkey's going to stay clear of him for now. So we're going to move our way back. Those three are going to stay where they are just this time. Denzo and Basman. Denzo not only on Basman, but he's going to be close to Bazaboy. He's in up Sean and Bazaboy. There you go, in front, wheel to wheel. Sean and Bazaboy. Sean's up the inside. Bazaboy gets the drive around the outside, and Denzo throws one round the outside. What an exit! Denzo, brilliant exit there, found his way around the outside of Sean, and Basman got through too, and now Denzo's going to have a go at Bazaboy, and Denzo is absolutely carving his way through this field, and he's up to P9 already from back of the grid. What a race so far from Denzo. He is flying. Surely not, surely not. Is Clarkey and Ada and Silent under pressure? I don't think Blaze is, but we know what Blaze is like. He might crash out yet. But I don't think
lap 6.
I've probably already done the curse of the commentator there, but I don't think Blazy's under pressure really from Denzo, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Clarkey and Ada and Silent have to fend him off at some point. He is like a knife through butter, isn't he? He's flying through the field.
Yeah, he's flying indeed. He already got 3 or 4 tenths towards Slough in the left sector, so he's really flying through the whole section, and he's getting up there, that's for sure.
I don't think it's going to take long, and he's going to be on the back of Slough. He's already cutting that down to almost a second. There is the race leader Blaze, 4.2 seconds clear of second place Clarkey. There doesn't really seem to be anything in the way of major battles going on at the minute, other than a battle of wits and wills maybe. Is that a bit of a close one there? Maybe Jockey on the back of Chazza? No. Slough, he's getting the tow from Jockey. Denzo is not yet in that slipstream. He's got a second and a half. He's lost a bit of time, but that'll be because Slough had DRS and has pushed up to the back of Jockey. Is Slough going to get a run at Jockey? No, he's not, but further forward it looks maybe like Nightwing's going to have to go defensive to Chazza. Chazza flicks one way back the other way. He's going to hold it there, and so too is Slough. They're both going to stay behind for now. Look at these, how close everybody gets, and this is why it's so hard in this division. And there you go, there goes my timings. But it's why it's so hard in this division to find overtakes. And Slough going around the outside there, that's a brilliant move if you could get it. No, and Jockey held it. But Slough switched back! Slough on the switch back, brilliant move. Jockey went a little bit wide, broke a little bit late, having Slough on the outside. And Slough gets the switch back. That's a cracking move from Slough. And moves himself up to P7, maybe getting a bit of a squeaky ass from the fact that Denzo is quickly catching up behind, as Denzo into that DRS zone already now.
Yes, Denzo, he's flying. Jockey probably didn't see coming that Slough would pass him there, immediately going for the switchback, while Jockey is on the softs and Slough, of course, on the mediums.
He threw it into that part of the track where it just meant that Jockey was always going to outbrake himself, really, because it's a tough braking zone to find that anyway in that right-hander there. And the fact that Slough forced him off his line meant that he was going to have to work hard at finding his braking zone. And obviously it didn't quite work out well enough for him. As Basman and Bazaboy, I'm trying to get up to that battle now. Here goes Basman on Bazaboy, going up the inside of Bazaboy, and Basman, can he get the move done? There will be no team orders between these two. They had a collision last week. Bazaboy manages to skip in front of Basman, but there's a little bit slider, and that means that Basman can have the run. It's so hard to say their two names at the same time. And Basman going to have to run up on Bazaboy. Rick Dalton's going to try getting involved in this as well. Who's going to come round the corner first as Masters gives us that stupid angle again, and it's Basman followed by Bazaboy followed by Rick Dalton.
Denzo passed Jockey on the straight. So he's another place up, and he's now
flying, and he's on the back of
towards
Sloth. We're going to watch this now. We're going to stay on board with him just for a little minute, see how he does this one, because I've got a feeling it's not going to be long before he closes right onto the back of I Am Sloth. You see further forwards, Chazza and Nightwing are battling away. I think there is a battle going on between I Am Sloth and Chazza in the championship as well. I could be wrong. Maybe DJ can check that one at some point.
I will check for you, mate.
Which is such suggesting she's a doctor, the clap could be itchy. Sounds like she's speaking from experience there. The dirty old swinger she is.
You'll never know.
Denzo throwing in, look at how much of that corner he takes there. Taking liberties there on that corner. Slings one round now. Silent is also right on the back of Arda. That's the one we're going to have to move to actually. Can Silent get the move done on Arda? Arda's got DRS from the car in front of Clarky, but Silent's not going to get it done yet. We're going to move back down now instead towards Sloth and Denzo. Sloth has managed to stay away from Denzo this time round, but I'm going to go back up to this battle between Silent and Arda, because Silent is all over the back of the Turk. It's why did that sound wronger in my head than it should have done? Arda is now pushed onto the back of Clark. Stop it now. Arda's pushing the back of Clark. He's too young. He's too young. Stop it. Clarky gets away, and then Arda tends to catch in the streets. He just can't zone. I think seems to be the problem with quite a few of them around here, that they're just struggling to get each other out of the DRS zones, and that's causing a bit of the train effect, the truly train effect, to go on. Just watching here from Silence on board view, he's staying with Arda right the way through here. So Arda, the fact that Arda just keeps getting that slips of the DRS off Clarky means that Silent can't really get anything done on Arda. I think Silent needs Clarky to break that 1 second barrier to keep Arda out, and he's almost doing it. He's at 9/10 now, so he does move away quite quickly, but just not quite enough, meaning Arda can use the DRS to close back on Clarky and stay away from Silent at the same time. And I think that's where Silent is struggling to try and get past Arda. Clarky does have a time penalty. We'll come back to the time penalties later on. Yeah, there you go. Arda still has the DRS, meaning that Silent just DRS is, it's just a train, isn't it? Quite frustrating actually at times.
Sloth actually is getting saved by the DRS off of Chazza, because Denzo isn't able to really pass him.
Yeah, he's doing the same effect, but Rick Dalton on Bazman, sorry, he's going to send one a little bit earlier. Oh, Bazman does not like to leave room, but he does leave room, and now Rick Dalton switches it back the other way, and he's going to get the run, and this time Bazman off the track, out of the way. And Rick Dalton gets the move done up into P10. And I tell you what, here goes Bazzaboy as well. Bazzaboy's going to have a look at him. Jake Wilson was trying to sneak his way involved in that as well. Bazzaboy goes on the outside. Jake Wilson's going to follow him through. As you know, he gets pushed out a little bit by Bazman. But Jake Wilson is still there, still alive, and does get past Bazman. So Bazman loses 3 places almost. There, he loses one to Rick, one to Bazzaboy, and one to Jake. And he's got now energetics all over the back of him. I tell you what, hats off, what a move from Jake Wilson there, follow Bazman through. Oh, Arda and Blaze, Blaze's pit, I was going to say. Blaze has not crashed again, has it? Here we go. This should be fun. So. And Bazzaboy does go into the pits as well. Jake Wilson doesn't, Bazman doesn't, and Energetics doesn't. Jake Wilson could do with doing everything he can now to catch up to the back of Rick Dalton once more. Denzo has not pit, and he's still, as you say, in that same train with Sloth. I'm guessing that eventually, once the pit stops do happen, he might be able to break that a little bit, but just watch now as Nightwing stays away from Chazza, who, by using DRS, I'm not sure actually, will Nightwing manage to stay away from Chazza again? Chazza's got a lot of overtake, but he's not using it, which is beneficial to Sloth. Because as you say, then Sloth is getting DRS off the back, and that's keeping him away from Denzo. Pit stops are happening. We are going to try and stay with this battle though, because the
passed Rick Dalton already on the straights.
Wow.
I
think he did come out pretty close to him though, so he got DRS and got straight past him straight away, meaning that at the minute
passing Bazman gets the move done.
Yeah, we're just going to try and stay with this battle a little bit though. Why does it keep doing that? I'm trying. It's flicking to play. There we go. I'm pressing one button and it's flicking the other button. Okay. Stupid controller. There you can see the gap between Nightwing and Chazza is virtually non-existent. He's just following him around the track, but that's helping Sloth. And now Denzo is kind of stuck in this train a bit. He can't get past one because the other end decides now is the time to take to the pits and get out of that dirty air. Is that not a bit early to be taking the pits? Taking the piss.
Well, it might be early for that, but
do you understand why I'm giving up?
Mate,
I can't do this no more. Silent then, all over the back of Ardo. This may be Silent's chance to get Ardo. Just needs a good exit. Gets a decent exit, but he gets a little bit slide there, ruins that exit. Is he going to be close enough? He's using all the overtake. He's going for it this time. Silent giving it everything he's got. Ardo's got a lot to give as well. Silent maybe just stay behind this time and get it on the next DRS one instead. Tries to perhaps put Ardo off into the braking zone. Doesn't quite work, but he stayed nice and close. He just has to get it tidy this time. It does. DRS open. Overtake button being used. Silent goes around the outside of Ardo, takes the lead of the race, lap 13 in the final race of the season, and Silent takes the lead, but of course yet to pit any of the top 5. Blaze is already back in front of everyone else.
Yes, and Chazza isn't really using his ERS. He's getting close to Nightwing every time, but he doesn't use his ERS.
Denzo technically is kind of third.
Already.
I'm just looking at the timings there without changing it and just working out in my head. It's pretty close. He is right up there with him, you know. He's not far off at all.
We're only 14 laps in the race.
The guy's a freak. I'm just going to go now while we've got a bit of position change. No.
Ardo now in the pits. He's going to the hards.
Gap to leader. Denzo 23 seconds. I tell you what, he's not far off. Denzo is not far off. Wow.
You gotta be kidding me.
Just a freak. He's just an absolute freak. You see Chazza there struggling to stay with Nightwing. Further back though, Sloth has got Blaze all over the back of him. Look at Blaze go. Here he goes. Blaze will get past Sloth nice and early and do what Denzo was struggling to do. Finds his way past Sloth regardless of any ERS, DRS and all the rest of it. He was just too close to Sloth and almost had the move done before the DRS detection, before the DRS line, and then now he's going to push straight onto the back of Chazza and the rest of them, and Blaze is walking through this one at the minute. He has got quite a gap put on Denzo. I don't think Denzo's got any way of catching Blaze. I tell you what, if Denzo gets P2, I mean, go home, everyone. Next season, just give up. I don't
know what to do then.
If he gets it, it's between Blaze and Denzo next season. It just has to be. Blaze all over the back of Chazza. DJ, can you take this one? I need a drink.
Yes, mate. Blaze already within 3 tenths behind Chazza. He's probably even going for the move before the start finish. And ooh, right up this gearbox. Has to back off a little bit. And Blaze actually goes into the pits.
Blaze is pit again.
Yeah.
He must have damage.
Blaze is pitting.
I'm just going to stay on board with Blaze for a minute. He must have damage. Surely he's got damage. Yeah, Blaze is having a wing change, so maybe he got damage on the back of Chazza. Did he? It didn't look that bad. Did he? I tell you what, that's threw Denzo in the mix. If Denzo wins this race,
no, this can't be happening.
At the minute, technically, Clarky has now just become the leader of the race.
Yes, but I have to say, Arda is also in a good position because towards the end of the race,
not going to have to stop again. But if Clarky is not taking them soft to the end, he might be doing 2 stops. He might do another stop. I very much doubt it. But Denzo there going past Ardo. Denzo has found his way past Ardo. Denzo finds his way past Ardo. And why did it flick like that when I did that? Denzo finds his way through. I don't think Ardo's going to be able to come back at him. Denzo takes P6, goes ahead of Ardo, and I tell you what, that is technical P2. What is this
guy? Can we just finish already?
I mean, I give up, man. I give up.
How can you be so fast already? He started last place.
Freak,
last place, and we're on lap 15, and
I mean, let's not get it wrong.
Yeah,
we know he's fast, but this division is fast. Just look at some of the names in here. Silent for Ardo, Blaze. Obviously, we know. Is that Clarky Sloth moving out of Clarky's way there? As Clarky, as everyone knows, Sloth moving well out of his way. Clarky is on for a race win, and Sloth doing the teammate thing and getting out of his way. It's only fair. There is team orders there. Chazza also making it a little bit easy for him, was it? No, not quite. I thought for a second Chazza was going to make it easy, but he won't have to really. You just get the DRS off him and overtake him in the DRS zone. He just needs a better drive out of the corner. He's on the soft tyres. Chazza struggling. Clarky doesn't even bother slotting in behind him. Just goes past him. And now Clarky is welling with a shout of winning this race. And he's in the best position. You're missing the fastest name. Cryptical, I heard he's good.
Clarky actually already right behind.
Would be nice on stream. I heard Cryptic Caliber is okay as well. He's a little bit edgy to race around, but he's alright.
Clarky on Nightwing.
As here we go. Yeah, Clarky on Nightwing. Clarky on Nightwing. He has gone for it. He has gone round the outside. Clarky didn't get it. No. Nightwing manages to hold it. Sorry, around the outside. Clarky went up the inside. We are watching from the viewers. Sloth, who is all over the back of Chazzo. But here we go. Clarky's having a look for it round the outside of there. The double right hander. Double right hander. Can he get the move done? Yes, he can. What a move from Clarky to take P2. And technically P1 as well. What a move that was round the outside.
The grip on those soft tires, you can really see the difference here.
You can see the difference without a doubt. What? I'm shocking, so sugarcoat it. I'm not sugarcoating anything. You're not shocking. You're fucking appalling. No, I'm only joking. No, you're all right. You're all right. It's a throw bricks that. Nah, you're a good lad, mate. You're a good lad. You know how to race. Well, you know how to drive. I wouldn't say race. Race is something you do pretty quickly. And I think there's a battle further backwards, but I'm going to watch if Sloth can find his way past Jazzo. These two 16 laps now on the medium tyres. Maybe it's time to look at that pit stop soon. Surely I'd have gone for it by now anyway. Them soft tyres, we've seen them do 15, 16 laps, so they're doing 10, 11 laps. And Jazzo's somehow staying away from Sloth there. I don't know how he's managing that, but look at that, just behind him in the background there is Denzo, and Clarky isn't that far in front of this, so wow. Wow, I don't even know what to say anymore. It just gets to a point where you just go, the guy's a freak. Like, it's like
that's it. Just
Bazman and Jake Wilson are having a little battle further backwards. Bazman and Jake Wilson going to try and hang it around the outside. Bazman got the move done. Can Jake Wilson come back at him? Gets a nice little switch. Denzel, what's going on? Denzel's managed to get past Sloth somehow.
Yeah, the Sloth had a bad accident, and Denzel immediately saw it and went through the outside. He was looking to get a move on Chaz immediately after.
Yes, but we are sticking at the minute though with Jake Wilson going around the outside of Bazman going into the chicane. Bazman manages to stay in front. We're going to go straight back up here as Denzel's managed to get past both of them. We did miss it. Something happened with Sloth. Into the pits will go Sloth. Sloth again, proving that he keeps calling Chazza the TT merchant and the qualifying merchant, but yet Sloth is the one that keeps falling apart time and time again in these races. He had a great race in Mexico, but he's just not consistent enough, Sloth. Which is slow. You know that he's got the consistency. You see him racing in other races. You know it's there, but he just cannot find it in this Parabolical eSports. Nearly called it something else. Michael, I'd have a fanny fit.
Yes, but
as Adam saying hi, I just bought the podium pass for £3.50. Is it worth it? No, not really. I'm not going to lie to you, it's not really worth it. You get
for the undercut on Chazza, because the undercut is really powerful here.
I thought he had. You said he had a crash. I was presuming he had damage, and that's why he pit. So maybe not. Maybe he's going for the undercut. Which the undercut is really, really good round here. It's really, really good. Them soft tyres you've already seen can absolutely rip apart the medium tyres. Just jumping back to the comments though from Adam JB, I think it is, saying. Oh well, it's not really worth it. You just get a few different liveries and a few different helmets and a few different dances. It depends what you're into. Some people will say, yeah, it's good, but no, for me, it's not really worth it. It's Chazza lets Arda go through there almost, I think. Arda on the better tyres now. Chaz is surely going into the pits, but would have wanted to push because it means that he's going to come out somewhere near Sloth, which is just behind TTG Sean, and Sloth's going to have a bit of a run at Sean here. You think, is Sloth going to go for it around the outside of Sean? He is going to have a look for it around the outside of Sean. He's going to do that move as well and gets it done nicely. Great move from I'm Sloth round the outside, and Sean getting a little bit squirmy on the medium tyres. Going back up, Arda has gone past Silent, who's pit, and Clarky leads this race. The gap is 6.87, almost 7 seconds to Denzo, but Denzo is in P2. What the fuck? And we're only on lap 19 to 28. The guy's a freak. Blaze on the back of Jockey Hockey is going to be another battle to watch out for. Blaze braking so much later than Jockey Hockey. He's all over the back of him. We're going to go into it around the big left-hander. He said, what do you call it again? A hairpin, that's the one. And gets his foot to the floor out of the hairpin. Jockey Hockey's got defensive earlier. Blaze wasn't going to follow him at first, but now he's decided to follow him. Goes on the outside. Blaze round the outside of Jockey Hockey. Can he get there before the braking zone? He can. Meaning Jockey Hockey's just going to have to concede, and Blaze moves back up to P4, even though he's had an extra stop to everyone else, and he's gone onto the medium tyres for some reason.
Sloth Rick Dalton with ease. Sloth was
down the DRS
by.
straight, yeah. So yeah, DRS pass from Sloth on Rick Dalton. Will Rick Dalton be able to find his way back past? He got a little bit struggling. Sloth has disappeared.
Wow.
Wow. Them fresh tyres really finding some grip.
Alright.
Yeah, they've found a lot of grip on them fresh tyres somewhere. In fact, this is the closest battle on the track at the minute. What we will stick with for a minute, as Sloth is all over the back of Energetics, actually. Energetics is 18 laps on them tyres. You do know there's a pit stop, don't you? Like, there's a place where you can go pit. He does clip the back of him a little bit there, Sloth. Energetics really struggling on them tyres, and brakes that little bit earlier because he is using no line, and he's trying to get used to that as well. Energetics, Sloth trying to go around the outside of Energetics, second the outside of Energetics, second to last corner. Energetics is trying to hold it. No, he's got into the pits this time, and Sloth gets the move done. Meanwhile, Blaze has passed Jockey Hockey, and he's up into P3. Denzo leads! What happened? Clarky pit, Denzo leads! Sure, he's pitting again. 8 laps, 8 and 6. That's 14 laps. I tell you what, it can be done, but that puts Arda in a strong place.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It can be done.
So there's a lot to watch for though. Clarky on the new fresh soft tyres goes past Silent with pure ease down the DRS straight, and Silent will take Clarky will take P4 away from Silent. Clarky's best race so far in the Parabolical eSports, as Chazza gets past TTG Sean also on that straight as well, and moves up into P10, dropping Sean out of the points. Jockey Hockey and Nightwing are going out wheel to wheel. Jockey Hockey and Nightwing. It looks like Nightwing's going to get past Jockey Hockey as well, and does. Nightwing on the fresh soft tyres goes cruising past Jockey Hockey, and it's just that it's so hard to judge which is going to be the next battle on this race, because 1 minute there's a second, then there's nothing. It's crazy. I think Silent
more
and
looking
Clark
what tyres are they on. Oh, he's on the mediums. Oh, and the other is on the softs. Yeah, that's going to be the closest one.
Yeah, it's so tough to judge. I am wondering if Denzo can take them tyres to the end. Would you go for it from 7 seconds clear with 7 laps to go? On 7 lap, hey, 777. There we go. God's number.
Really
God's
have
will.
Choice, I think. Because I think if he would pit now, he would lose more than that he would take them to the end.
Certainly
he's
close.
Not going to get a win, I think. No, he's not getting a win. Arda is in the best position here with those fresh hearts. Arda will make the end easily, and Blaze will also make it. Blaze will catch up actually to Arda. Blaze might even go for the win here.
I mean, Blaze has got a good shout for the win. He's catching Arda very, very quickly. Blaze is still on for winning this race without a doubt. Arda can certainly go to the end on them tyres. The question is, can Denzo... I mean, if I'm Denzo in that position now, I just take it and run with it and try and hold them tyres to the end. I tell you what, Clarkie's catching Blaze.
Clarkie, of course.
Clarkie, he is quick, Clarkie. There's no two ways about it. Clarkie is quick, so he will be catching Blaze. And Blaze is going to get stuck a little bit behind Arda. Arda is now going to be sitting duck, I think, to these two on them hard tyres. So Clarkie will be catching Arda at a rate of knots, leaving Blaze the man in the middle. And let's see, Silent is trying to stay with it as well. So this battle for the podium is anybody's game at the minute. And the battle for the win all depends on what Denzo is going to do with them tyres. I think at the minute he's got the gap. I'd stick it out for 6 laps. He's still got 7 seconds. I'd just stick it out. There's no reason why he needs to pit. Chazza is getting on the back of Rick Dalton though. Chazza looking for the move up the inside of Rick Dalton into turn 1. Can he get it done? Chazza gets past Rick Dalton into turn 1. Rick Dalton's trying to hang it around the outside. They're going to go wheel to wheel through turn 2 and 3. Chazza goes one way. Rick Dalton manages to keep it alive going the other way, but Chaz has got to throw it back up the other side of him. Chaz is going around the outside of him this time, and Rick Dalton does have to slot in. I wonder if he went off track then and it forced him to give that move back. It looked like maybe so, or Rick Dalton maybe wants the DRS back on him instead. Instead, we're going to go back up to this battle. Look, as Clarkie all over the back of Blaze, who's all over the back of Ardo. Here we go, 1, 2 and 3 for second, third and fourth. Clarkie is in a good position, and so too is Blaze on Ardo. Blaze surely is going to get the move done on Ardo. Ardo's going to have to go defensive. Is he going to give Clarkie somewhere to go? Blaze has got nowhere to go. Ardo manages to defend it really hard and really well. And now, can Clarkie goes back up to the back and he's to stay with him? Yes, he can. Almost touching the back of Blaze. Blaze, can he go around the outside again? It doesn't seem so. Not on them tyres, I wouldn't have thought. Clarkie is going to have to get this move done before them tyres start going bad though. And Blaze then gets the more traction out of corners as Chazza and Dalton are battling further back. But we're going to stick with this battle because this is the most important one. You can see us riding on board. Let's ride on board with Silent actually and watch it from Silent's point of view. He can see all of these battle and his hope will be harder. Hits Blaze, who hits Clarkie and leaves the door wide open. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Meanwhile, I tell you what, they are catching Denzo. So either Denzo's tyres are getting there or he is eased up knowing they're getting there. Clarkie's all over the back of Blaze though. Clarkie's not going to let this move go with Blaze as Codemasters gives me another dodgy camera angle, and we're going to have to stay watching it like this. I'm good at watching. Look at how close. Surely this time Arda cannot defend it again. Arda's going to have nothing left. He's got more DRS than Blaze, and I tell you what, Clarkie's going to have a run at this. If Clarkie uses that overtake, he doesn't yet. Now Blaze going, looks up the inside, looks up the outside, looks up the inside again, tries to send one up the inside of Arda, gets the move. Arda's run wide. Clarkie's following him through. Clarkie gets the move. Does Silent following him through from nowhere. Blaze is scared. Blaze gets a little wonky, wibbly wobbly, and Clarkie gets through. Blaze drops back down, and well, now that it all just changed in an instant. Blaze went from 3rd to 5th, Arda went from 2nd to 4th, Silent went from 5th to 3rd, and Clarkie's up to P2. Brilliant stuff.
Because Blaze was spinning swerving all around, Arda had to go off track and got a 3-second time penalty because of it.
Oh, so Arda's got a time penalty, and I tell you what, so is Clarkie. Silent's in a strong place here, and either way, they are gaining a second a lap on Denzo. I tell you what, he's made the call now. He cannot pit now. He cannot pit.
No.
He has to stay with it now.
Yeah.
And the gap is less than 5 seconds with 4 laps to go. Can they bring that gap down? Clarkie's very, very quick indeed, and he'll catch them. They'll catch Denzo at least a second a lap now, you'd think, if not even more as it goes towards the end. So that the battle for the race lead is well and truly on. Blaze going up the inside of Ardo. Blaze and Ardo wheel to wheel, going right, going left. Now who's going to get the traction? It looks like Blaze has got the traction. Who got the DRS though? That's the question. Has Blaze got DRS from Silent in front? I don't think he has. Ardo's got the DRS, I think. Blaze goes, weaves one way, weaves the other way. He can't weave up and down now. He's made his defensive moves. He can't make another one, and he's going to try and drift back towards the inside. And Arda gets to move up the inside, and can Blaze try and hold it around the outside? No, Arda on them hard tyres, but Blaze gets it back up the inside. Blaze up the inside again, and what a battle these two are having. Blaze has managed to keep it alive, and now goes Arda back at him again. Arda goes back at him, he's got no overtake mode, he's going around the outside. Can he get the move done? No, Blaze is still alive on the inside into the chicane. Blaze trying to keep it alive, keeps it alive, he does, but gets squirmy again. Oh, Nightwing from out of nowhere comes up and flies round the outside of Blaze, and Blaze is down to P6, and now it's up to Nightwing. Nightwing's going to close in, but meanwhile, look at the gap. Clarky has closed it down to 2.5 seconds. Well,
Clarky is going to win this.
Clarky's all over this inning, but Silent hasn't got a time penalty. Silent is going to win this. And meanwhile, Arda and Nightwing are going. I can't work out who's what. Nightwing slips out the dirt, yeah, gets back in behind. Denzo is leading by just less than 2 seconds. Silent is within a second of second place. Then there's a gap back down there to Arda, and he's got Nightwing all over the back of him. Nightwing going up the inside maybe of Arda. This time, Nightwing on the inside of Arda tries to go around the outside. He's on the soft tyres compared to those hard tyres. Blaze is trying to follow him through. Blaze does get up the inside. Blaze up the inside and then spins out. Blaze has lost it. Hits the wall. Race over pretty much for Blaze. And Arda's going to have a run on Nightwing. Nightwing's going to be able to defend this, but he's going to have to fresher tyres when it comes. Meanwhile, Clarky has got the gap right down to Denzo, and that's what we're going to jump to instead. As Arda did get past Nightwing, you'd expect him to come back, but here goes Clarky. Clarky up on Denzo, going round the outside for the race lead. Clarky takes Denzo for the race lead. Gets the move done, does he? A bit of a lock-up, yes he does. And now can Silent follow him through with it as well.
And Nightwing passed Arda back again, so Nightwing has P4 now, and he's in the
Jockey and Sloth are going at it wheel to wheel as well. Jockey on the inside, Sloth trying to go around the outside. Another wheel to wheel through the chicane. It was a bit of a touch, I think, bit of a bang of wheels, and Sloth is forced back out, and Jockey takes it. Meanwhile, Chazza gets a 3-second time penalty further back. What a race this is turning out to be.
Our Silent now right behind Denzo. It's Silent's turn now. Denzo on 12 lap old softs.
Why company saying Denzo's tyres are going to be so fucked at the end? Yes, they are. I think they'll be screaming now as Clarky's pulled 2 seconds, and he'll hope that Denzo can hold up Silent just that little bit. In fact, that's the one we're going to go and watch now. Can Denzo hold off Silent for long enough for Clarky to get that gap that he's needed because of the time penalties? Denzo is keeping him at bay for now, as Blaze gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's going to finish outside the top 10 if he's not careful, because he's going to have Jake Wilson closing up to him quickly now. Here goes Silent then on Denzo. Denzo's going to have nothing left. I tell you what, you can see the graining of the tyres from the camera angle we just got there. Denzo's tyres are screaming. Hopefully he doesn't get a puncture, but we could perhaps see a puncture yet, DJ, towards the end of this race. You can see the graining of Denzo's tyres, and he's locked up again. That is not good for him, as Silent has got through now, and Silent is going to have to push to try and get back into Clarky to stay with Clarky just enough. Let's have a quick look at the penalties. It is only 3 seconds worth of penalties that Clarky has, so he just needs to pull just over a second to Silent, but Silent is very, very good, and the tyres are pretty similar, so I can't really see it happening. Sloth is behind Jockey once more. I'm not sure what happened in all the excitement of what was going on up the front of this race, and I tell you what, again, Blaze down into 15th. 3 stops, he's threw away another race win that is in the bag, and easily is, and he's threw it away once again.
Yes, he has, and Clarky actually made a decent gap between him and Silent, almost 2 seconds already.
Yeah, we're just going to go on board with Denzo and look at them rear tyres. You can see the graining on them rear tyres. So bad. I mean, you can see him on the front. We can't really see him because of the telemetry showing, but look at the state of those tyres. They are crying.
I will actually be surprised if he doesn't get a puncture.
Yeah, I can see a puncture incoming as well. He's going to be struggling on tyres, especially because of his lock-ups as well. That really will be hurting them tyres. Locking up, I think that was one thing Old Boy didn't have. I think Old Boy uses ABS, so he doesn't lock up. That's why he was able to take his 15 laps. The fact that Denzo locks up, he's going to hurt them tyres even more.
Nightwing is actually going to get a podium.
Nightwing does have a good, strong chance of a podium. Silent should be the one to win this race. Clarkey is up there with him though for P2, but Nightwing, yeah, like you say, is close enough to Denzo, but he has got 6 seconds worth of time penalties, I believe, Nightwing.
Yeah, but Denzo also has penalties.
Yeah, he has 3 seconds.
Denzo 3 seconds, Nightwing 6 seconds. So.
Yeah, so at the minute, it'd be struggle. But Sloth having a look at Jockey Hockey and Chaz are closing up onto the back of him as well. This is going to be the closest battle towards the end of the race, I think, as it tends to be. Sloth always seems to be thereabouts with somebody, and Chazza seems to usually be involved. Sean's not had a great race. He's down in 14th. Vazaboy, Diashe, Michael and Swanshanks are all the DNFs so far, as Jake Wilson, I think, just moved into 10th. Got past Energetics, he has. Jake Wilson gets past Energetics further back. Good stuff from Jake Wilson there, scoring what could be his first points of the season. I'm not 100% sure on that, but quite possibly. DJ, do you want to check that?
I will check that.
I am Sloth though, closing every single lap onto the back of Jockey Hockey, who's staying away from him at the minute. Chazza has got that DRS train effect and can't find his way past Sloth because Sloth gets the DRS off Jockey, and Jockey just seems to be that little bit better at Sloth at sector 1 and managing to get away from him just enough that it really makes pay. Nightwing, meanwhile, he's all over the back of Denzo. Here goes Nightwing for P3 on the back of Denzo. He weaves one way, he goes by the other way. Nightwing, DRS swing open, gets past Denzo. Denzo's going to be struggling and no tyres couldn't do nothing to defend this place. Gets the fastest lap of 134.6. Nightwing slots into P3. And the only thing is, he's got to now find 3 seconds, and we're on the last lap of the race. Let's go with in fact, we'll come back to it in a second because there was a battle further back we wanted to watch with Sloth and Jockey. Sloth managing to stay away from Jockey, but here goes Chazza. Can Chazza find his way past Sloth? Chazza going on for Sloth, going round the outside on the final lap of the race on I Am Sloth. These two have battled it out all season long. Can Chazza get the move done? Sloth trying to stay on the inside, does fail the inside, but they're going to go wheel to wheel in the chicane. And Sloth finds his way through. And they're going to go now to Clark, who was going to come across the line in first. I don't think he's going to finish in first, but Clark comes around the final race of the season to win Abu Dhabi, but he's going to lose it to Silent. The Silent takes the win. Clarky takes P2. Nightwing takes P3. It's Abu Dhabi. It is all over. Denzo P4 gets jumped by Ada. Ada goes P4, Denzo P5 from P20 in the end. A really good race from him. Oh no, he's getting jumped by everybody, so I think there could be a glitch time there. As Sloth goes in, Chazza goes in, Denzo's down in 8th now apparently, and it's Jake Wilson going to round out the points finally. Has he got points before, DJ?
Yeah, he has got a point
also,
before.
Jake Wilson has had points before, so apologies there for that one. Jake Wilson will come across the line in 10th, just in front of Energetics, and keeps it. Energetics 11th, Jake Slay 12th. Sean jumps up actually in front of them both. Blaze takes P13 in the end from P1, yet again thrown away. But Silent wins the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi. Division 1, the main event of the evening is over. So too is the Mank commentary. It is over. The season is over. That is it from the Parabolical eSports. We will give you some interviews very shortly, but Silent wins in Abu Dhabi. Clarky with P2, his best finish of his Parabolical life so far. A great P2 for him. Denzo driver of the day, it says. It was a great drive from Denzo. Not quite the P20 to P4 I'm Sloth got in Mexico, but still very, very good indeed. And it's been a great race. It's been a really, really, really good race actually. Great to watch, but not great to do the cameraman for. It's tough to stay with some of them overtakes because they just came from nowhere. But DJ, your take on the season?
Man, it's been an amazing season. We've seen people come and go. People starting with learning actually the races in the Parabolical eSports League, and some of them started at the bottom, and they'll drive right now. They're driving with the top runners, so yeah, it's an amazing season.
It really has been an amazing season. It's come a long, long, long way from its start and early days. course, the early days, even Division 1 in this Parabolical season number 2 wasn't what it quite is now. There's been a lot of changes back from the days where Newman Dino and Big Arns dominated the first few races in the Ferrari, battling away with Denzo, who had a different teammate then, and there's been so many changes since. And I tell you what, it's been a great season. It really has been a great season. Who is supposed to be coming in? We're expecting to see Clark here.
Clark, Silent, and...
Can you make sure they're added to the party?
Yes. Maybe Nightwing and Denzo, because I think Denzo was indeed glitched, but I'm not sure if he would...
He still got beat off Nightwing, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure.
Me neither, so maybe get them both in.
But we need Silent. Nightwing, Denzel won't join anyway, and Clark, yeah.
Let's see. You're doing alright with those drinks of yours.
I've done a full bottling. I was struggling today. I was not prepared. Well, I'm not sure if these are joining. Have you added them?
I'm adding them now. But Silence should already be in. Yes, he is. Clarkido.
We're not going to give it too much longer. We'll just go into these. Just reading Young Tommy saying, doing 4 stops instead of 1 plus 5 seconds for getting hit by in the pit entry on the safety car. Being fun, anyways. Yep. Thank you very much, Young Tommy. I know you'll be in a different division next season, but mate, you was happy to get through to the qualifying round. You got through to, and that's always a bonus. At least you enjoyed it, mate. Personally, I enjoyed the whole season. The best part was getting to the end of it and not having to do it no more. So we do have Silent has joined the party. You didn't, you in a race that Ginger was in, albeit he did retire earlier, and you was in first and didn't. Well, actually, he was not in first, but I didn't get crashed out, so you actually got the race win.
Yeah. Broke that curse too.
Finally a race win though, mate, and it's coming the last race of the season, but at least it's come. It was better than not coming at all. How was that one for you, mate? You was in the Ferrari, weren't you? I'm showing the Ferrari.
Yeah. Honestly, I messed up my qualifying lap, and I thought I had enough time for a second run, and I didn't have. I was short by about 30 or 45 seconds, so I was kind of screwed there. And then upon the grid, I have to switch my front wing and my off diff throttle settings, and I forgot to do that as well. So my car in the race was pretty terrible. It was draggy in the first stint behind Narda and Clarky, so I couldn't do anything. I had more wing than they did because it was a quali spec wing, so I was stuck behind them the entire time. But I guess it did well for the tires because I was able to extend and do just a medium soft, partially also thanks to the safety car. So yeah, but I extend my apologies to Jockey Hockey in the Red Bull. When I pitted for fresh soft, I think, into the first braking zone after the first sector split, I tapped him and he went round. So I feel pretty terrible about that right now.
Oh, so we could be seeing a time penalty added to the race. You might lose that first play, though.
Yeah, at least I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, it might get reported, it might not. Let's just wait and see. I know a lot of people, it's the final race of the season. Have you enjoyed the season, and do you look forward to next season?
Yeah, definitely some lows, but some highs, and definitely I'm still getting to grips with the game. So But yeah, overall, I did manage to
What?
enjoy the latter half of the season.
Whoa. You're still getting to grips with it. What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm still finding time.
Shut up! Still getting to grips with the game. I've been playing this game for years and I'm not getting nowhere near that sort of winning Division 1 races are far beyond getting to grips with the game. I think hopefully what we hopefully then, if that is the case though, you are still finding time. You'll be up there battling with Blaze and Denzo's and the works next season. It's going to be a hotly contested season. It is definitely a division to watch next season.
Yeah, definitely. I was expecting Denzo to not do the first challenge so I can get a proper grip on his race pace, but I think I know what I need to do and what I need to find. I think I'm pretty well off as it is right now. But
yeah, he joined a little bit late and did pretty well, to be fair. But you can't be that far off. Once you're winning these races, there is no way you're that far off. But listen, congratulations. As things stand, you win the race finally, and you get the season over with. And we definitely look forward to seeing you next season. You had a great race all the way through, no penalties as well. I think one of the few racers that didn't get a time penalty. So yeah. Brilliant stuff, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we'll go and we'll flick. The race and the season was told. The season, not the race. The season was won by that freak in the Williams. The freak in the Alfa Romeo came second. But this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and gingers and Michaels in between. Sloth. That is it, DJ. That's it. I'm done.
Is it a vacation or something? Are you going to retire?
I am I am officially retired from commentary. That is it. It has been an epic season. It's not just a season 2, a season 1 as well. For me, I'm switching off now from comms. I'm done. I am done. I've had enough. I can't do this no more. I struggled today, as you were today. It wasn't my best commentary today by a long way, and I'm done. It's been rough.
I thought I'd join in and help you out a little bit.
Yeah, he's been I've done well over 50 odd races, well over 50 races, with commentating on different divisions and all the rest of it, and we've worked hard. We've made this little mini league that started off with just one division last March or something like that, and it's now, I think, we're 9 leagues in, and it's crazy. It's all blown up. I'm stepping away. I'm not being much of a race director anymore. I'm just going to steward Division 1. I have had enough. I've worked my fingers to the bone, literally typing on the phone, and it's been great. But this season, as a whole, has been a massive success, and we cannot go away without thanking, firstly, every one of the admins and all that. Secondly, all of the drivers who make these things happen. All of the drivers like to say it's down to the admins why this happens. We make it happen. Admins wouldn't exist without drivers. But as far as this league is concerned, some of the viewing stats we have had have been unbelievable. I think over 1,000 people have viewed one of the races, and it's just quality, absolute quality. We've got basically 400 followers now here on Twitch, and it is blew up. So thank you to every single person that clicked them buttons, clicked them donations, threw in them bits, threw in them subscriptions. I think we have over 40 odd subscriptions which are paid subscriptions, which is unbelievable. It is quality, and we cannot do it without every single one of you involved, from viewers to drivers to admins to yous all. So from the Parabolical eSports, from me, the final time, from me, I switch off. In fact, I say the final time. I think I'm actually here next week to do the grid announcements for the season afterwards. But on commentary, as far as commentary for races, for me, this is the final time, and I switch off. I salute. It's been a great season. The main event has shown up. We had Nude Ritato winning Oceano. We had Nightwing winning in Division 3. We had Nunda winning Division 2. We had Denzo, the champion in Division 1. That is it. I am done. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and Michaels in between, I have been your commentator for 2 seasons. I am no more. Thank you. Good night. God bless. We'll see you again soon.